No, that title isn't clickbait. Worlds confirmed for 2026 in North America. This comes with the Riot Dev update, which we are going to be watching together right now. 2 videos in a row, 2 days in a row. Well, guess what? I got a third tomorrow. It's going to be a conversation with Portillo as we continue the road to the Americas for the LTA, which some people in the comments of the last video noted they didn't know comes back on January 25th. But we'll cover that in this video. Again, thank you for all the support everybody has shown to this channel over the last few days. If you don't mind, drop a subscribe down below, like, and put in the comments what is your favorite part of the dev update that we're about to get into. Let's get it. Noxus themed office, nice. Heart goes out, by the way, to anybody that is out in Los Angeles that's affected by the fire in the Palisades and just LA in general. Please stay safe. If they tell you to evacuate, please evacuate. Just listen to your officials. Here we go, baby. Season 1. Let's go.
Hey everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler. And welcome back to another year of League.
Nice shirt,
As we
Medler.
talked about last November, we'll have 3 uniquely themed seasons each year that will immerse you in moments and journeys throughout Runeterra and our alternate universes. And for our first season, we're heading to my personal favorite region of Runeterra.
The alternate universes,
Welcome to Noxus.
the one that catches
Now,
my
tomorrow
brain
when you
because
log on to Summer's
KDA
Rift, it'll look a bit different.
later this
As
year.
a brief
Just
recap
saying.
from my last dev update, here's a refresher on what's changed.
At least I think.
Noxus has invaded the Rift with new art, music, structures, and a new objective, Artican, the bringer of ruin.
Yes.
Otacon will spawn on either side of the map at 20 minutes in 2 unique forms with some permanent terrain changes, and he'll give a buff to whichever team kills him. There are new runes, items, changes to teleport, and a new system called Feats of Strength that give you access to newer, more powerful boots.
Yep.
Now, all of these changes go live tomorrow, and so they'll be there for your ranked climb. Speaking of which, as a reminder this year, we're only going to have 1 ranked reset, which also happens tomorrow.
Which I need to hit
Now,
plat.
there are also some other
since
changes
Ludwig
you'll
has
notice when
already
you
hit
launch the game. We
by
simplified the home
tomorrow.
screen, making it easier to track the season's progress, see what's new, and just generally decreased overall clutter.
Okay.
This season will last 8 patches, split into 2 acts that will have their own battle pass with various act theme rewards like skins, borders, and more. We want
So
to
wait, 8
immerse you in
8 patches to. Okay.
Noxus by connecting your League experience both in and out of game. For example, that means things you saw in yesterday's cinematic will be coming to League.
AKA the
if
Black
you haven't
Rose.
watched the cinematic, we recommend doing so before watching the rest of this video. Spoilers ahead.
Well,
Okay,
whoops.
without further
Yep.
ado, let's get into the first thing you saw yesterday that'll be coming to League this season.
Mel Madara.
Mel Madara.
There she is.
Yesterday we saw Mal continue her
It's been a
journey
while since we
after
got a new
Arcane
champion.
and arrive on the shores of Noxus, where her ambition will be tested among the great houses. Mel will be arriving in-game next patch with a new Noxian appearance. We wanted to reflect her embracing her Noxian roots and heritage at this phase in her life.
And along with the new look, she'll also be bringing a new type of gameplay that we haven't had.
I
in
saw
League
this on
before,
Twitter.
Projectile
This
reflection.
looks
The game team and the arcane teams
wild.
work together to figure out how Mel's power should be shown in both game and show, with game inspiring show and vice versa. You'll see her full kit tomorrow, but we want to dive into one of her abilities, Rebuttal.
Now, this spell reflects projectiles back against their source. So if Yasuo, Braum, or Samira could block it, Mal can reflect it. Targeted
That's
spells like Veigar's ultimate will target their original caster. Non-targeted abilities like Lux Binding or Nami Bubble are also shot back in their direction. Now, reflected spells will keep the behavior you'd expect.
I'm curious to
when
see
they're
how that
initially
works in
cast.
pro play.
If Annie has her passive up, a reflected disintegrate.
Some of those plays are
stun,
just going to be
or Nidalee's javelins will
unbelievable.
deal more damage the further they go, etc.
We can't wait for you to see her in game. Additionally, if you want to learn more about her family backstory in depth, make sure you check out the novel Mbessa, Chosen of the Wolf, when it releases in February.
Or
To
watch the show
celebrate
that you also
launch
spent
of the
$250
season
million
of
on,
Noxus,
you know.
Mel will be unlockable for free as one of the seasonal missions.
For now, though, we're going to hand things
Smart
over to some
choice.
other folks.
Nobody
from the league.
pays for champions
We'll
anymore.
share more
so,
about what you can
yeah,
expect
that's
as we
fine.
journey through Noxus.
Nice Teemo hat.
Hey everyone, I'm Chad, aka McIver, and I'm the seasons lead.
And I'm Bryce, aka
Trying to get a
Riot
look at
Athelos,
McIver's tattoos.
Longtime Rioter and League's newish creative director. I started on this role about a year ago, but I've been at Riot and working with League for over 9. Over the years, one of the things that we've
dude's
loved most
voice
about
is
working on
soothing.
League is how much you love it. The world, the champions, the lore.
No.
And so do we. League has such a rich and vast world.
Also, that
but
shirt
sometimes that
is a
richness
choice.
lacks the depth you and we think it deserves. And this is why we decided to build on that storytelling as we head into our first season.
Yeah, we want Seasons to unify League in a way that connects the in-game and out-of-game experiences. You've already seen a lot of the ways that Season 1 is going to help Noxus come to life in League with gameplay updates.
As the season goes on, there'll be more in-game thematic narrative expressions, like the Reckoning Pits of Noxus, making their way into Arena, as well as out-of-game
Arena
ones like
coming
motion
back.
comics and
Okay.
minigames.
We were really excited by the reception to Spirit of Hearthhome last year. We loved giving you a unique introduction to Aurora.
In fact, that's actually
And
one
we're
of
gonna
my
continue
more viewed
experimenting
clips
with
on
ways
TikTok
that
of me
bring our
failing
worlds to life and
terribly.
connect those in-game and out-of-game experiences. In Season 1, one of the ways that we'll do that is with
was
a new
embarrassing.
genre of minigame that will debut in Act 2.
We also want to confirm something that you probably saw in yesterday's cinematic,
Around
specifically around LeBlanc.
Yes.
She's a beloved, iconic champion in League, but she's in need of some modernization.
Just don't change
One
her
of our
kit.
goals is to tie champions and champion updates to
That's
seasons,
fine.
So we felt that a season focused on Noxus would be
Don't
the
change
perfect
your
time to
kit.
give LeBlanc a visual update. You'll see more of LeBlanc and her new look later this season.
Okay,
Lastly, we
that's
also
fine.
want to talk about where seasons can take us. This year is primarily focused on Runeterra, but we're really excited about
Ooh.
the possibilities
Ooh.
that alternate universes bring to seasons.
Yeah, just imagine.
Okay, that's actually a big one because they haven't directly said that at any point in time so far. So that's confirmation that like every season this year will be around Runeterra, because as I mentioned earlier, like KDA feels like it's coming back this year. They teased it in the Worlds teaser for 2025. So I guess the whole season wouldn't be based around KDA then. It's got to be something in Runeterra this year, but then can kind of get back to it where I don't know. It's
Imagine
interesting.
A world of bees. Just literally bees.
Please no.
Everywhere.
Please no.
You're a bee.
Please no.
I'm a bee. We're all bees working for Queen Bee Syndra.
You had me, you lost me, you brought it back. We'll think about that, but I think we should consider some other choices
think.
too.
Okay.
He likes bees.
But anyway, our goal really is to deepen the connections to our champions, and because of that, we won't always be able to include every champion in every season. With the release of Mel, we'll have 170 champions.
Yeah.
We'd rather have a stronger narrative for the season and do the champions justice, rather than be shallow across every single one that could fit.
We are really excited for you to experience
Good.
what the team has built, and
Good.
we can't wait to see
You
what
can give
think
more
as we start
VGUs
this
and like
journey.
more significant like
With that
revamps
said,
to existing
we'll hand things
champions
over to
before you have to
Cosmetics,
bring
who
over a
will share
new
more
champion.
about what you can expect.
That's perfectly fine. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that. I think we only got 3 last year. Otacon.
Hey everyone, I'm Steph, aka 100 Piece Nuggets, the cosmetics lead.
And I'm Tom, aka Riot Hylia, and art director on cosmetics.
Today we have a bunch of skins related topics to cover, including this season's prestige list, exalted skins,
Ooh.
and how our champion first philosophy will work for seasons.
Ooh.
So unsurprisingly, many of the skins this season are heavily focused on Noxus.
Okay,
The
but it's
first
only
set
a third
those
of the
you'll
year.
see are the Mask of the Black Rose skins, which will be live tomorrow. Some of the
Hi,
champions
Ezreal.
getting those skins were in yesterday's cinematic, which is where the skin inspiration came from, but some of them weren't.
When choosing champions who weren't, we focused on champions who would attend a Black Rose Masquerade ball and make sense in that thematic, because
Found a way
really,
to get
is
Ezreal in there,
Ezreal
huh?
not going to a party with a lot of things to steal? And of course, Renata Glass would be rubbing elbows with Noxian Elite.
She's a businesswoman, she's got perfume to sell.
Exactly.
These are going to be our first Battle Pass reward skins. Elise will be earnable with the free pass, while Samira,
Oh.
Renata Glass, and Vladimir will be earnable with the paid version, with Katarina as the prestige capstone for the paid Act 1 Battle Pass. Oh, okay, we also want to share this
Hell
season's
yes.
upcoming prestige skins. Katarina and Darius will have earnable prestige skins through the Battle
Nice.
Passes, while Cassiopeia and Kiana will have prestiges available for Mythic Essence.
And speaking of
Okay.
prestige skins, last year we shared that we're going to be uncoupling prestige skins from a base skin.
Yeah, so pretty often
Okay.
we would find ourselves feeling limited because the base skin thematic and the high fashion prestige universe would sometimes feel like they were clashing. This sort of led to us feeling that
Fair.
some skins felt that we'd just thrown them into a lapel jacket and called it a day.
So we're working on a few different directions for the future of prestige skins and are looking forward to your feedback on where we take them. There's currently 3 options.
First, we could preserve prestige as its own universe and thematic, but try to
No.
infuse just a little bit more of the base thematic into it.
No.
Like the upcoming Cassiopeia skin that will be on PBE tomorrow.
The second option would be the flip of that, so moving away from the Prestige universe and going harder on the thematic, but with just some more flair.
Yes.
An example of this is the upcoming Katarina skin, where she's wearing the bleeding edge of Noxian fashion, just like in the cinematic.
Yes.
Finally, we could try to find a mix between the two based on what would best fit the champion and theme. We'd love to know which option you think would be best.
Option
and we're really
2.
looking forward to hearing
That is
your
my
thoughts as
feedback
we
for
figure
you.
out where to take
Option
Prestige
2.
skins in the future.
Okay, beyond Prestige skins, we obviously have a lot more planned.
Yeah,
this season
Exalted
outside of
skins.
Noxus.
Yeah, we gotta
give
get to
you some
that.
variety, we'll have a mix of skins including returning thematics, like a fresh recipe for cafe cuties, and some completely new thematics.
These non-seasonally themed skins allow us to even further deliver with our champion-first philosophy.
Do you want to peek?
Yes, please.
Okay, so for April Fool's this year, we
Ooh,
wanted to
okay.
pay off Shaco's mischievous nature and lean into
April Fool's
his
is always a good skin
deep
line.
lore for his first legendary skin. It's cats.
It's cats?
It's cats.
It's cats.
Of course it is.
So we know you're probably wondering,
Black cat.
why is Shaco cats? And the answer is obvious.
Is he a black cat, or
He's
is that
got
just the
boxes.
shadow from the
And if
thing?
it fits, he sits.
We had a ton of fun working on this skin, and some of our own junglers debuted as vocal talent. So enough cats, anyways.
Nice.
As we shared last year, even though we're only doing one ranked reset, we're still going to be doing 3 Victorious skins across
Which is
the
fair.
3 seasons.
Across the
The
different
Victorious
seasons, I think
skins
that's
will
fair.
remain their own thematic, regardless of the season they're tied to.
Good.
Since they have their own thematic design, it's already really clear what a Victorious skin is when you hear about it. It just didn't make sense for us to tie this to a specific season's theme as well.
We
Dude,
also
everything
wanted
about
to
this
share
is
who's
just
going to be receiving
good
an
so far.
Exalted skin this season. Coming up first is Radiant Serpent Set to
Set.
celebrate the
Yep.
Year of the Snake. And while we don't want to spoil what the exact skin is for our second Exalted skin of the season, we do want to share that it'll be Mordekaiser. For now,
Yeah, it makes
we'll
sense with
leave you
Noxus.
just with a little
Yeah.
hint. He's going to be coming to the Rift in a way that Runeterra hasn't seen in like a bajillion years.
That's
Neckard
it
will
for
be able
us
to tell
today,
us what
so
that
we'll
means,
hand
but
things
I
off
couldn't
to
tell you.
Esports to talk a bit about their plans for the year.
Yes, here we
Thanks
go.
so much for watching and welcome to Noxus.
Is it time? I think it's time. I think it's time.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris Greeley, head of
Hello,
Global
Chris.
League of Legends Esports.
And I'm Waylon Roselle, Chief Operating Officer of Esports.
Give it to
and
me.
welcome to the start
Give
of
it
an
to me.
incredible season for LoL Esports.
This year we've got plans to bring you even more unforgettable moments, from
Like
major
what?
updates in Split 1 to an expanded global event roadmap.
We have a lot
Yes,
to cover,
give it to
so
me.
let's dive into what's in store for LoL Esports this year and beyond.
One of the biggest changes we have coming this season is the full Fearless Draft in Split 1.
Which I think will
We
be
want
fun.
Fearless to bump up the competition to a new
I'm
level
looking forward
by
to it.
banning champions picked in previous games within a best-of series. This change will force teams to adapt and bring out their full champion pools.
Although visually, I'm not sure how it's going to
That
be on
means if you
screen.
see,
It's
like
going to be a
a
little interesting.
Renekton and a Cassante matchup in Game 1,
Don't have to
you
see it
won't
again.
see it for the rest of the series. This will test teams' creativity, their adaptability, and shake up the meta across the board.
Not only will we see Fearless Draft in every region in Split 1, but it will also be utilized at our new international event.
Which only has 5
The first
teams.
stand tournament will take
Ah.
place from March 10th to March 16th at Lal Park in Seoul, Korea. Our goal is for First Stand
Okay.
to be an unforgettable moment this year, with guaranteed best of matches between the top teams from Split 1, competing in matchups that will showcase the very best of early season League of Legends esports.
It feels like
And
a
beyond
short
just
early
exciting
season,
games,
but
the stakes are higher than ever. The winning team will
Still
also
internet.
secure a second bye for their region at MSI 2025, letting them advance
Oh.
directly to the bracket stage.
okay,
We
so
can't
there's the
wait
stakes.
to see which team will rise
That-
to the challenge
that
and make
gives
their
it a
mark
little
as
bit
the
more.
inaugural
Okay.
champion of First Stand.
We have an
Not that any
explainer
of them would
video
fail
out
in the
now that
play-in
dives deeper into
stage,
Fearless
but
Draft
whatever.
and the First Stand tournament, so be sure to check it out if you want more details. First up, MSI 2025 is heading to Vancouver, Canada from June 27th to July 12th. This will be our
27th.
first
That's late. No. June 27th to July 12th. What was MSI? MSI this year was May, right? June 27th to July 12th. Yeah, it was May 1st to the 19th. Wow, that's a lot later. That puts it, like, for context, I think that would have been right around, like, Esports World Cup time in terms of the timing difference between that. So you have an event in March, April, May, and then, so you have, like, 2.5 months to play through Spring Split to then get to MSI in July. Was that right?
return is heading to Vancouver, Canada from June 27th.
July 12th. So then, oh God, so that means that, summer's going to go quick. Because summer's got to start by end of July latest. like absolute latest, to be able to get done by September, like middle of September.
July 12th. This will be our first
Dude, this
return
year's
to
gonna be a
Canada for a live
blitz.
Esports event since 2017, and we can't wait to experience the Vancouver crowd's excitement in person.
Yes.
And of course, it wouldn't be
At a
a
perfect
LoL
time of year,
Esports
too,
update
summer.
without
Oh.
Worlds. This year, we're heading to some of China's most iconic cities. Play-ins and the Swiss stage will kick off in
Beijing, okay.
followed by the quarterfinals and semifinals in Shanghai. Finally, the
And
journey will
finals in
culminate
Chengdu.
with the finals in Chengdu.
We'll share more details on specific
That's fine.
venues soon, but
That's
we're
fine.
excited to see the energy and passion from fans as we take LoL Esports to these incredible cities.
And on the topic
it
of
to me.
bringing LoL Esports to amazing places, we're excited to give you an early look at our 2026 and
it to me. Come on.
2027 global event destinations.
In 2026, we'll be taking our events to some of my favorite places, starting with First Stand in Brazil.
Good.
Brazilian fans bring amazing
Brazilians
energy
need
to
it.
live events, and we're excited to kick off the season in such a vibrant esports community
Good.
once again.
It's going to be awesome. Next, we'll head to Korea for MSI
Makes sense.
2026. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we can't wait to go back to Korea for another.
Oh,
esports
they've had it
event.
enough. You're fine.
And
Get to the big
finally,
one.
Worlds 2026 will return to North America. This is always a huge moment for us, and we're looking forward to bringing the thrill of Worlds back to our North American fans.
In 2027,
Now, thing I will say for people, get ready now. Just a heads up, okay? When they announced Worlds 2022, when it was supposed to do like that tour between like Mexico, Canada, and US, they already had to cancel the Canada portion of that because partially due to like COVID regulations and everything else there, but also due to the insanely complex visa issues that exist within the United States and like trying to come to the US. I can promise you, the reason why they gave First Stand to Brazil and the reason why they gave MSI solely to Canada is because Worlds is not leaving America at all during that entire month. Like, it will 100% be in different spots across America. It will not go to Canada. It will not go to Brazil. It will not go to Mexico. Like, they're not going to complicate that visa process on themselves if they don't have to, unless something changes politically. But given who's becoming president in America and like the conflicting nature that we have with immigration in this country, no, I would fully expect the East or Worlds to specifically be in America. So like that's just a heads up. And now this firmly establishes as well. Well, we'll get through 2027.
Evan will be taking First Stand to Southeast Asia.
Good.
MSI will return to Europe, and Worlds will once again be hosted in Korea.
And with that, it's time to officially kick off the 20.
That's the big thing. So the pattern is now set. It is North America into Korea, into Europe, into China. And you rotate MSI one year and then Worlds the next year. So North America gets MSI this year. Worlds is in China. Then North America gets Worlds in 2026 as Korea gets MSI, and then Korea will get Worlds in 2027. So that's the that's the rotation now. Now it is set in stone. I'm curious to see, like, do they just keep First Stand for like, Brazil is like basically they're kind of still treating Brazil like a minor region in a way by giving them First Stand. But I'd be curious to see like if First Strike ever changes up at all. It's
2025
interesting.
season. Whether you're tuning in to cheer on your favorite region or just keeping an eye on the competition, you won't want to miss a moment.
There we go. For a reminder, people, League of the Americas, North America kicks off January 25th. Cannot wait. For Worlds in North America, obviously, I've already told my family, I texted in the group chat earlier, that, sorry, October of that year is blocked off for me. My sister's getting married over the summer, so luckily that doesn't conflict, but I will be at every stage that I can of Worlds in America. I can't promise that I'll be able to go to Vancouver, Canada, or Brazil. I don't know if that'll be possible. Too many things going on in life, have a job, everything else. But I would assume Worlds will probably hit New York. I'll be there for every day of that, and I will be at wherever Finals is at outside of that. If Finals is for whatever reason in New York, or depending on how they do it, I'll travel a little bit more. So I will see all of you that I can at Worlds here in NA. Start saving up now. The beauty of knowing what's happening 3 years in advance is that we can all plan for this stuff. Tickets get a little bit iffy. You got to be willing to drop a hefty penny if you don't get them on first buy. But being able to plan for travel and plan for everything else makes it way easier to say, hey, I'm going to Worlds in North America in 2026. That is amazing. Great on Riot. It's been a change I've been asking for a long period of time. And as much as I criticize, you have to praise when it's due. Good for you, Riot. Good on you, Riot. Great job. I love
So that's
everything
a wrap
about
on
this
all
segment.
things LoL Esports. Thanks for joining us, and here's to an amazing season ahead.
Yes. Great job. Exactly what we needed to hear.
Okay, what else have we got?
Next, modes. As we move into seasons, we want to make sure that there's always a variety of gameplay available. So, starting with the next patch, there will always be another game mode available to play in addition to Summoner's Rift and ARAM.
So all random Earth will be turning on next patch, and will be available
Nice.
throughout Act 1 of the season. Then in Act 2, we'll have the Arena update. Speaking of which, Arena will be returning with a fresh coat of Noxian paint and a new Noxus
Cool.
map, themed after the Gladiator pits.
Oh,
with its own
that's kinda cool.
map-specific mechanic.
Additionally,
Put people in the
on all
crowds.
arena maps, we're also introducing a system called Guests of Honor, where you can vote on which famous Noxian you'd like to alter the rules of each game. Now that system
That's taken from
mostly
TFT.
replaces cameos, which we felt were pretty hit or miss.
Now, we'll also be adding new items and augments, as well as changes to maps like Koi Pond, based off some pretty clear feedback received during the last Arena run.
Nobody like Koi
We
Pond.
don't want to spoil everything,
They got the
so
memo.
keep an eye out for details on the changes coming to Arena when it's closer to launch.
So, that's the start of Season 1. We're also still doing the usual gameplay updates and balance changes as we monitor how everything is landing. We're excited for the future of Seasons and what it means for League, and we'd
Yep.
love to hear what you think.
And while we hope you enjoy Noxus, don't worry. We're taking you somewhere very different for Season 2. But more on that later. Thank you so much for everything.
God,
and
3
we'll see you on
seasons
the
a
road.
year is just
Or
great. I
in the
freaking love
Noxian
this.
Reckoning Pits.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, this is so much fun. This, dude. Well done, Riot. Well freaking done. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that like the last 36 hours of announcements and everything that has come out with like the future of esports, the cinematic, like smashing viewership already. And we're not even a day, well, a little over a day past. The gameplay changes, which I think are going to be good. I know there were some people that were critical early on after the Los Ratones scrim. Personally, I'm still really looking forward to it. Like, everything about this just feels right. Like, this feels like 2019 levels of peak and hype that we have just not seen since that point. Everything feels like it's trending in the right direction for League, and everybody's firing on all cylinders, and you can't beat that. You really can't. It's a great time to get into League. Don't listen to the arcane people on Twitter and TikTok that try to tell you, don't play the game, just watch the show. Don't listen to them. Screw them. Play the game. It is better than it has ever been, in my opinion. It is more fun than it's been in a long period of time, and I cannot wait for this new season tomorrow, possibly today if you're watching this. So, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. I'll have another video out tomorrow as we, again, get back to the road to the Americas, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.